As a great golfer Ben Hogan said, "I don't believe in luck, but the more I practice, the luckier I get." This is why I finally stopped making excuses and to start, and to allow myself to grow on the journey. But it starts by stepping out to the fort of failure. So let's strap in together and take us back to my first ever vlog, remembering also Ben Hogan saying the most important shot is always the next one. So happy new year, and here's to my new challenge of 2020. So now let's go back and rewind. What's happening, people? Welcome to my channel. Thank you for finding me. My name's Benjamin Smale. I hope you like my content. This is brand new, coming at you. That's why I'm here in the woods, so no one can see me vlog like an idiot. But hopefully you don't mind. I'm mainly going to be doing photography and videography stuff, mainly concentrating on wildlife and, you know, outdoor travel kind of content, but mainly wildlife. I'm here in Almere in the Netherlands, where I live. Well, not in Almere, I live in Hilversum, but I trekked out here and it was a bit of adventure already. tell you a bit about the kit I'm using. I'm using the Sony R3 with the 24-105 f4 lens with the Rode Plus and the godforsaken Joby Gorilla Pod as my sort of vlogging setup. And then I'm out here today specifically to test the Sony 200-600, which I got yesterday, which I'm very excited about, because before I was using adaptive glass Canon mount Sigma 150-600 tank of the sports lens that weighed a ton. The zoom in throw got on my nerves, the autofocus wasn't there. I took it on a big hike doing the Hebs Way across the Hebrideans Way. It was about 150 miles walking, and it nearly killed me carrying that thing around. So I'm looking forward to trying it out. It's a bit lighter, the throw's a lot less, and hopefully not using adaptive glass gets me some better autofocus performance. So yeah, looking forward to trying it out. Unfortunately, I've only got the one sort of camera. I've got the GoPro and maybe the mobile phone, so when I've got the big lens on, I won't be able to really vlog or speak to you. So maybe I'll turn the mic on, you might hear my voice. I haven't really figured it out yet, but I've got my phone, I've got the GoPro 4, but yeah, the audio might be bad, so I apologise in advance if that's the case. So I'm going to find a spot, walk down, and yeah, basically find a spot to swap lens. Here in Almira, I was planning to go to a hide, pre-made hide kind of thing. I got basically yesterday I lost my bike keys, so I was biking from the station to the wildlife park. So that was the first downside of my adventures. So I managed to hire a bike from the railway station, rinky-dinky thing with a tiny light that's just absolutely pointless and just only shines that far in front of you, and going down these cycle lanes when you just got dikes and rivers, it was a bit hairy. So then I got to the bridge and then it was closed and it's all marshland, and that was the only way across. Then I saw if I took a detour all the way around, it was about 40 minutes on the bike, maybe 50, with my big bag, and then I did the big detour round, and then to find that they were knocking down the other bridge. But luckily I didn't get there earlier, because otherwise I might have been stuck across there. So that would have been interesting. I don't think my drone could have carried me out. So yeah, that was the first dilemma of the day. It's been raining. Everything's been going wrong. Believe it or not, I've recorded this about 20 times, mic issues. Yeah, it's harder than it looks, this vlogging life. And it is a workout on your arms. So yeah, let's see what we can find. I have seen some swans already. I'm going to walk down a bit further now, see if I can get some more songbirds or anything like that, and just hang around the reeds, maybe a heron. But I'm so open here that as soon as I pop out, they see me. Unfortunately, I would have brought my own pop-up hide, but I thought I'd be in a wooden shed with a seat and a nice view, and that's not the case. So I've had to improvise and go by foot and just see what I can get, really. So bear with me, and hopefully we at least get something. Otherwise I don't know what we're going to talk about. But yeah, peace. just come back to the bike. I'm going to tuck it away a bit more. Just had a little wander up. I didn't see much. Just saw a swan. Got some pictures of it, but nothing to write home about. So I'm going to go tuck my bike in. I just spoke to some Dutch people up there, some nice people, who said there was a beaver spotted yesterday around this time. So, you know, being normally nocturnal, I'm not going to hold my hopes up, and it's still quite late in the year, but hopefully they need some more wood before they spend the colder days in their little homes. They don't actually hibernate, but they spend most of their time in their dens and sort of. And the problem is they build it from the inside out, so it's very hard to spot. So maybe keep an eye on the banks. It does look like there could be some places where they have been and started eating the bark. So I'm going to try and keep an eye out for bark scrapings or anything that sort of looks like that. So now it's official, we're on the beaver hunt. So yeah, just to point out, I've just been using that lens. So far so good. Notice the lens hood keeps where I've been dangling it. I've got the sort of, hang on, I'll show you. I've got the what is it, Peak Design strap, and when I let it hang, it's hang on me, it seems to knock the lens hood and it keeps falling off. So that's pretty annoying. I've also found focusing is a lot better than the Sigma, but still, when you have like this bit of foliage and you want to shoot through, you know, it's hard to it's not focusing in on what I want it to focus on the birds behind, but more catching the foliage. It's probably more me than the lens, but sometimes I've just noticed I've switched to manual, and when I have manual I have the focus peaking. I can just twist it in, so that's still quite nice. So far so good. Now we just need something to set it up, so it's probably going to be the last time I switch back to this lens for a while. I'm going to tuck this bike in somewhere in the bush. Yeah, let's find ourselves a beaver. Let's find a wet beaver. Right, yeah, wish me luck. I'll see you in a bit. So I'm quickly filming on my Huawei Pro something or other, forgotten. Anyway, yeah, just come down to spot. There's been loads of coots down here. It was quite nice light off the water, just getting settings dialed in and having a little shoot. Nothing more exciting that I've seen at the moment. So I'm just going to keep on trying, keep on plodding. But it's not been the best of days. I don't really know my way around here. There's a bit of poor planning. The hide was shut, and then I walked up there. I spent ages walking up there, and it sort of led me down a dead end and big open fields, nothing that I could use. So I've double backed on myself, come back to where I left the bike, but I've come a bit further down. The sun's suddenly peeking through the clouds, so it could be, you know, a nice sunset. So maybe I think I've got enough battery to send my drone up once more. Yeah, lens is performing really well actually. Really like it. I'm loving that throw, and in video it seems really steady. And also you can, because you can crop in obviously to a APS-C sensor size, but then you can also use a clear zoom, and I just did it there with those coots. Unfortunately I tried doing it on 120, but yeah, obviously that probably didn't work. But yeah, it just managed to get some really nice close shots while being far away with this lens, and it was steady. I was sort of lying down on the bank there to get eye level across the water, try and get some of those reflections. and then a grebe came along. Actually, I got some pictures of there. He didn't see me, and then he saw me and dived and then come back up, so that was pretty annoying. But yeah, I don't know what it's going to be like on this phone, if this is even going to make the final cut. The quality looks okay, over sharpened obviously on the phone, but it's more the audio. So hopefully you can hear me and it's not too bad and usable. So I'm going to leave the coats alone now. There was about a good 30 or 40 of them. One had a bad leg and as well, and got bullied off the branch. They were eating the reeds and stuff at the bottom, diving under, picking it up and coming. They're just working them along the river, probably doing all this all day. So yeah, I'm going to walk down, hopefully see something a bit more exciting. I haven't even heard a whisper of a kingfisher yet. You know, they make that high pitch call, but I was hoping this is sort of perfect area for kingfishers. You know, you just got to wait and see that emerald dash and that high pitched squeak and you know you're in. So I've just walked down the way a bit, found a nice little spot. There's some nice banks across there. Looks some banks, there's some slides down there, so maybe some beaver activity around there. So, oh, hang on a minute, look what I found. Hang on, let me switch the camera around. Look at this. That is a beaver. Oh look. Oh wow. Okay. This just got interesting. And another one. And look, you can see, I'm holding a camera, but you can see the bank that it's using to come up. It's behind, I think, really good vantage. But the beaver hunt continues. Ladies and gentlemen, I should really change lens, but you see, look at this. Let me put my camera down here a sec. Oh dear. You see the size of those front teeth? They've taken them. Look at that. To do that to a tree is pretty impressive. From England, beavers obviously wiped out, but now they're slowly coming back. But it's always in Scotland. I've always dreamed about seeing one. When I moved here and I found out they were here, my first sort of thing to find was obviously a beaver. So I don't know if it'll be today, but at least we know we're in the right area. If I was a betting man, I would say, oh god, that is ready to be exported. So I think if you ever had that, even the tip is already in the water, almost ready to go. I wonder if I scared it off, but I suppose they do most of their you know, felling of the trees during the night. But this looks like a birch that is cut down here. It's not that silvery. It's got the same texture. I'm not the best on. That is definitely a birch, that one actually. So yeah. I want to have a hide here now. It's interesting, but yeah, that's definitely ready to go. So if you camped out this area, I'm sure maybe at night when there's probably not enough light, but even if it wasn't involving photography or filming, I'd very much like to see one, even if it was in the dark. I'm going to swap cameras to my other camera. I'm going to show you this bank that's opposite. If you can see the belly slide, and obviously where the tail's so flat, you can see it's actually smoothed the whole mud up down the other side. So I'm wondering if they're coming from there, coming down, getting these nice fresh birch and then taking them back. If that's the case, I'm in a perfect spot, but it will probably see me, smell me, hear me. Might want to play with me. muddy here. The sun's coming out now, it's a nice soft light. Low, sort of getting to that golden hour. Which means Fat Boy's got to pedal home in the dark, because I'm going to stay till the last light. So I'm finishing up here. I just want to sum up what I thought this. It was brilliant. The autofocus, again, like I said, was just lightning quick compared to the Sigma. The Sigma sometimes hunts and it doesn't feel as responsive as this does. And again, I think this was still, it did have some misses, no doubt, especially when I was trying to do some last minute flays for some birds above. But I think what I've heard other people saying is when you're using this with the A9 or the A7 IV, it really comes to a new life of its own. I think with them new firmware updates as well. One of the highlights of the lens is just seriously that zoom. And you may not think it's much, but when you're using it all the time, it's just a godsend, because especially when you're hunked up or when you're low on the ground, you just use that. You don't have to like get your arm around and twist it like you had to do with the Sigma. So that makes a really big difference. Also, the other thing is with the Sigma, if you leave the optic stabilization on the lens, when you put it on a tripod, it won't recognize it that it's on the tripod and keep it on, and it will actually make your picture softer. So this, it automatically knows when it's on a tripod, and it's one less thing to worry about. Because if you're like me, I'll forget these things all the time and get back and wonder what, it's okay, but why isn't it crisp? The weight, I've been using it handhold all day. I've lugged the tripod, but I can feel it in my arms, there's no doubt, but it's been fine. I haven't, I rest it every now and I can on a tree. I like to have this, I set this to silent shooting, so in case if anything does come up close that I don't want to scare, like a beaver, although I'm shouting now, I can quickly switch that and then know that I'm just going to use that electronic shutter. I wish they put like a Swiss plate collar on here, because it's pointless, because whenever you put the adapter on there, especially on my cheap gimbal head, it always starts twisting. So I think eventually I will change that. It hasn't been a successful day. It's been tits up from the start really, but I've been out, I've done my first vlog, I've learned a lot, sorry, to find spots better and use my noodle a bit more and try and get something to vlog with in between, because this one camera thing is not helping. Hopefully the phone did the trick, and hopefully you don't mind too much. Overall, I'm very happy. It's only first day with it and first day of the vlogging, and hopefully if anyone stayed this far, you've enjoyed it. Please give me a thumbs up, and if you want to subscribe, be my guest, and hopefully we can put out some more content. Hopefully, I'm still working obviously, but try and get out once a week now. Sorry there wasn't much action, but it just means you have to come out again, and I definitely think I'm gonna think about coming out here with the pop-up hide, because I want that shot, and it's possible here by the looks of it. I'm gonna pack up and head home. Hope you enjoyed it, and keep on trucking. Peace.